Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the first marquee match of season 20, a pretty big season for us. We have quite the marquee match between DSkinner and Aelix. I am joined in the booth by Chris as well as Mickey. And let's see what these players have got in store for us today.
Yeah, I'm personally very excited. Both are very good players. Obviously, I'm rooting for Andrew as a member of Team Ranger. Obviously, you're rooting for Skinner, but I know we're going to get a match, very intense gameplay. Personally, I don't know what Andrew is doing. Andrew's Aelix. I didn't really get to prep with him a lot. He seems confident about how he wants to handle the matchup.
Um, Skinner was a little on the ropes. Trying to solidify a strategy. But I think by the end of his prep, he landed on something that was pretty solid. He's very excited about the Probo Pass. Um, and I think it's going to be good for him here.
Yeah, they're already pointing out in the chat log, no Chiyu, the fish stayed home today.
Yes, the fish did stay home. The main thing will be whether or not Aelix brought something specifically for it, um, or packed a specific strategy for it, and how that will affect his game plan going into this particular six.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure, man. Like, obviously, like your number one pick isn't on the team. Like, Alex is probably thinking, okay, this isn't exactly what we were expecting. What are we gonna do? I know that we do see some friends that when I did watch a couple of his prep matches did show up and were quite annoying to deal with, but I don't know. Let's let them know that they are ready to go, and
yeah,
let's
yeah,
commence with Battle One,
yep.
first marquee match of the new season. I'm excited.
I'm very excited as well. I want to see these two former Titans battle it out.
Still thinking, he says. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Alex, somebody who likes to take his time, think out every single move he wants to make, tries to plan out the battles as best he can, best he wants it to be.
I'm taking a look and kind of seeing what. Hmm. If this looks very even. This looks even to me. This looks very even to me. Um, both of these teams are very powerful. Um, there's a lot of super effective hits happening, right?
Yes.
Between these two teams. There's a lot of super effective hits taking place here.
Yes, super powerful mons on both sides with some supporter mons thrown in there, or what I assume to be supporter mons from both. Maybe I'm surprised and there's a super offensive whatever on the side. But looking at Terra's, just interesting. Terra Electric Misdreavus makes a whole lot of sense. No weaknesses with
Yep.
the Terra Electric. Terra Water Probopass. Yeah, Terra Ghost on the Shaman. I guess that makes a lot of sense. You know, you don't want to be faked out.
Yep.
And then on Alex's side, Terra Ground on the Urshifu.
Yep. That'll help with the
Yeah,
with the
helps with
Lux Ray.
does help with the Luxray. We've got Terra Dragon on the Talonflame.
That one's a little curious for me.
Say, well,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean,
it
hmm.
could be just strictly for like defensive purposes. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure
that's
either.
what I'm thinking. Is this just strictly defensive? Because I guess he does have Skinner does have Greninja and Luxray to threaten.
Yeah. All right.
All
Hey, we're
right, here we
off.
go. We start off with the Misdreavus and Probopass lead into the Urshifu and the Thwackey.
Wacky, yeah. We've got Banjo and Brat and Bubble Bass and Myrtle. Man, well, I mean, I look at this lead from Skinner and I say, hey, I need to stop Trick Room, but the way Aelix wants to stop Trick Room, kind of with the wacky,
Yeah. Why do you
kind
say
of.
that?
Well, I mean, you want to try to fake out the Trick Room user, but obviously you can't. You can't in this scenario. If I forget if Misdreavus can learn Trick Room,
I am not sure. I'm not
I'm not
sure,
sure.
but regardless of whether or not it can learn Trick Room, the Thwackey plus Urshifu combo, that's a lot of damage you're looking at.
It is absolutely an
And this
offensive front.
Probopass is going to have to be careful because it's in a very precarious position right now. If it doesn't Terra, then Urshifu just rips it apart.
But
But
if
if
it
it does
does,
Terra, yeah,
this
then
Thwacky's
Thwackey
gonna
gets
have
to,
it's
yeah.
gonna have a lot to say about that Terra water. I'm curious to see what happens here. Yeah, I'm just very interested to see. Hey, are we gonna rip this Trick Room? I did just look it up. Misdreavus does learn Trick Room. Just wanted to double check myself. Thank you, Goose. I appreciate the comments, the kind comments. U turn from Banjo into the Gomorrah taunt into the Misdreavus. Stops
Ooh,
Willow
stopping the
Wisp.
Will-O-Wisp.
Very interesting. I kind of like the play. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's going to slow the Misdreavus down significantly, considering it is uh, a huge support Pokemon. So we'll see how Skinner bypasses the taunt.
I was gonna say Misdreavus not known to be the best special attacker on the planet. 85 isn't bad, but I don't know if you want your Misdreavus mainly attacking. That taunt is pretty debilitating for support Pokemon like Misdreavus. I'm wondering if we see a switch out here. Maybe we just see an attack from it. Curious about the Luxray Terra. Terra Grass. Very interesting.
That Sludge Bomb was very powerful.
That was a very powerful Sludge Bomb.
Wow. Okay.
Thunder Wave and
There's
Icy
some good
Wind.
trades here. Some very good trades here. Uh let's see if this T Wave does the work that Skinner's looking to have it do. I will say this Glamora is extremely slow. It's extremely slow right now.
Yeah, this thing is not outspeeding anything unless we're like a max speed Glamora, maybe. But yeah, massive damage done to that Luxray. Obviously, Sludge Bomb pretty safe into the slot. You expect a Terra Grass. Here comes the Thunder Wave though.
Oh,
Hex.
we've got ourselves a Thunderwave Hex build.
And Thwacky unfortunately gets paralyzed there. And Taunt is
That could be
gone.
a huge, huge boon for Skinner.
And here comes Shay Max, the Shaman Sky. Shaman Sky, very, very, very
Very
powerful
powerful here.
special.
Very
Yeah,
powerful here.
very powerful here. Obviously has stab into both these Pokemon. Uh, I wonder what's the play here.
Yeah, the Aelix is probably going to be in the tank for quite a while here because okay, yep.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
was
say
about to
this.
say I wonder if this is just a sack off um
Yeah, ooh,
to get a
yeah.
safe swap.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's probably what I'd do here. Try to sack off one of the Mons. Obviously, in front of Shaman, you don't want anything to switch into it, really. And you kind of just have to let something go to get a nice switch in. The U-turn from the Thwacky, very, very interesting here. Obviously, you want to get rid of those stat drops.
Oh,
And here,
saving the Talonflame for the Shaymax. Let me see. I
Absolutely.
believe Skinner's Terra is still up.
Yep. Oh,
Uh we are looking
oh,
at Ghost for Shaymax, Electric for Mischievous. We're looking at Dragon and
round.
Ground. Okay.
Round? I don't know here because it seems safe to fire off a grass move into the Urshifu. But I mean, you do that, you're leaving Shaman entirely open to this Talonflame.
Oh yeah, the Brave Bird is I think the Brave Bird is 100% on its way. Um especially since it's at +1 priority um
Yeah,
due to
Gale
Gale
Wings.
Wings. So that is most likely the play here. It's certainly the safest play. Shaman does hit like a truck, but it's also wet
Yeah,
tissue defensively. So,
yeah. 100%.
yep.
Acrobatics. Yep.
Okay. So I believe this is, ooh, that
Ooh.
is unfortunate. The icy wind probably would have changed the state of this.
I mean, 100%. I mean, you get rid of Gale Wings off this
Yeah, you get rid of Gale
Talonflame.
Wings, you lower that speed. Um,
You get some
and he's
chip.
really doing everything he can to preserve the Urshifu because of how impactful it is.
All right. Well, here we go. We have
Oh, the
a
power gem.
a
Wow.
power gem from
Power gem
Robo
picking up the
Pass.
kill.
And now it's Urshifu. Yeah, the paralysis is rough. I would agree there, Goose.
Wacky is not having a great time here. It's not
Thwacky
having a great time.
Thwacky's trying his best, and unfortunately his best is just getting paralyzed a bunch, but that's okay. We do have this Urshifu here. Very, very offensive threat. I still don't think, yeah, Terras have not been ripped here. I can't imagine that this is Terra ground here from the Urshifu and then a Terra water from Bubble Bass. That's kind of what I'm feeling is
Yeah.
gonna happen.
That
But
seems like the most logical play here. I believe the Thwacky has Woodhammer, so um,
yeah,
you know,
it is
Skinner's kind of in a he's still in a little bit of a pickle. Just because whew,
okay. Ooh,
ooh,
all right.
ooh.
Not a lot of damage, but it's probably
Oh
fine.
no!
Oh!
The miss.
Oh no. And
Woodhammer.
Woodhammer doing
Wow.
quite a bit
Oh,
of damage. Oh
and we have an
wow.
Aguavberry keeping Probopass in the game. The miss on the Will-O-Wisp is huge, but Skinner gets another chance at life here. I believe
Yeah,
I
speed
believe this
order
is going
is
to be a
so
different
important.
move. This is probably just close combat into Probopass at this point, since Surging Strikes doesn't do anything. I believe. Oh,
Well,
okay. Get rid of the support mon. That's a good
well,
strategy.
I have a feeling this might be a choiced blocked uh Urshifu here.
Ah.
I just have the feeling here because I have not seen another move besides yeah, like let's get rid of this and all right.
Can Probopass
I think so. I mean, it what
can Probopass
the surging
take
strikes is
it?
not doing a lot of damage.
You look, you got to keep the hope alive. All right.
You gotta hope, you know.
You got to
Like
hope.
like maybe something crazy happens. And yeah.
And there's a body press to end the game.
Unfortunate for Aelix.
Unfortunate, however, even though Aelix lost game one, um, this was still extremely close. Extremely close. And if we know anything about Aelix, he's a very methodical player. He's very strategic. Um, so game two is going to be interesting because I have a feeling he's going to spend a lot of his time in the tank. Um, Coming up with a way to get around this. We can't forget that he does have access to Meloetta. He does have access to Clefable, who does learn Follow Me. So, redirecting the status moves from Misdreavus may be enough for him to take this to game three. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Clefable here. Obviously, it didn't really work out last game. I do know from our prep that Luxray was doing that exact thing to Aelix, and unfortunately, Thwacky did get parried quite a bit. I think a couple of turns could have changed the outcome. So I don't know. I felt like Aelix had a good plan. It's just Probopass being so tanky is, man, taking
Yeah,
not a lot from that wood hammer was crazy.
the
But
the berry was the nail in the coffin because I believe that even though the woodhammer didn't kill, it's possible. It's possible. Let me see. Let me look.
I was gonna say, it's like
The
Aelix,
woodhammer did 52%. Um, it's very possible that without the berry, even though it was doing 4% each time, Urshifu was able to attack more
yep,
than once. Um, and one of those attacks was used on Misdreavus. So it's very possible he could have actually taken Probopass down, even resisted, and then finished off the Misdreavus afterwards. But the berry definitely put that out of range. So
yeah,
I'm very curious to see how Aelix is going to navigate this. That was a very tough game one with the paralysis.
yeah. Obviously, Aelix, like you said, very methodical. He's probably taking his time right now to like think, okay, game one had to deal with Probopass and Misdreavus and
Right,
Shaman and Luxray. All right, Mamo, Greninja didn't show up.
right.
Maybe that changes some things. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Clefable here try to redirect some of the stuff that Skinner is doing away from like threats like Urshifu, Glamora.
Right.
I'll even consider Thwacky a threat here because grassy terrain Woodhammer is so strong, even on
Mhm.
Thwacky.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that concludes my thoughts. They may not necessarily be ready, but I'm good. Do you have any other last thoughts before we let them know that when they are ready, they can begin?
No, I think they can go.
All
Uh,
right.
I wouldn't also be shocked to see if we try a Meloetta route.
I was actually thinking the same thing. Unfortunately, Hyper Voice is
Not too great in front of the Misdreavus.
yeah, it's not great in front
Not
of the Misdreavus, and then if Skinner saves his Terra for the Shaman, then you're just looking at a wasted turn. So
100%. However, Terra Fairy on the Meloetta does make me believe maybe we are running some Dazzling Gleams out here.
hey,
Maybe we have
Dazzling
a move
Gleam,
that's other than Hyper Voice. I'm not sure.
it's very possible. It's very possible. And I don't know if Skinner's packing wide guard. So let's see.
Whoa!
A
All right.
very aggressive lead here.
Very
Extremely
aggressively.
aggressive.
Yeah, this is ooh, this is kind of scary.
We're looking at 191 on the Greninja or Kermit and 196 on the Shaymax. Um,
Yeah, just
so
looking at this lead, Greninja and Shaman are going to move first 100% of the time. But Fake Out is in play. However,
Fake Out is indeed in play.
I am so scared to click Fake Out into the Shaman. Ghost Terra can
Yeah,
just maybe he rips it turn one, but maybe he doesn't.
I
But
don't know if it's relevant, but Quick Guard also may be something to watch out for. I don't
ooh,
know if Greninja learns Quick Guard. Despite it being a very offensive Pokemon, it actually gets a lot of really good um,
wait a
support
minute.
moves or status moves. So
Is this going to
um,
be a map block?
it's very possible that we could see a map block here.
don't know. If I am Aelix, I am not happy with Urshifu being in front of these guys because
at all.
Shaman obviously a very very good matchup into the Urshifu, and you can try to Terra if you expect a ground move, but there is no reason to go for a flying move, but there's no
This
reason for
also
the
makes
Shaman to not
U-turn
click
very hard.
a yes. Uh, unless we are scarfed, I guess. I think that would
Yeah,
be a way that we can outspeed these two. U-turn out would be very nice. Get a U-turn into the Greninja, but I don't know.
yeah.
I'm interested to see how this turn is gonna go. Aelix definitely thinking about it.
Oh, the
Oh,
upper hand.
the upper
Okay,
hand. All right, and
okay. Does the
Banjo being.
Thwacky pay with his life, though, is the question.
We're about to find out.
Does Thwacky pay with his life for getting flinched and going for a priority move? I'm very curious what the priority move was, though. Was it grass? It can't be grassy glide. It's got to be
It,
fake out, right? No
I
way he's
think
packing two grass moves.
I am thinking it's probably going to be a fake out. It wouldn't
Wow,
surprise me if we have Grassy Glide. Like it is very good at breaking some sashes, but
it is. Oh boy.
man,
Oh boy.
that upper hand is crazy there.
Who
But
pays the price here, though?
exactly, who are we
'Cause if this is
swapping
an
in
air
front of
slash, a
Shaman?
boosted air slash, I don't know. I don't know. This one's rough because Thwacky with the Eviolite is very bulky.
Can we
Oh
tail end
my
here?
goodness.
Yeah,
That's a tailwind.
that is a tailwind.
Oh my goodness. So
So
this is an interesting position to be in for Alex because he knows that the upper hand is there, and it makes anything other than any flying move that is an attacking move is just
like you're
not
getting
not
flinched.
ideal. My.
Yeah, crazy turn of events. That upper hand really is going to make this interesting. Gale Wings
Yeah.
now kind of a negative here because of this upper hand.
Depending on the move chosen, yeah, that brave bird is a gamble now.
Is there a chance we see a cloaked Talonflame? Maybe that's an option.
Yeah, that is
Oh wait,
indeed an
no, no, no,
option.
no, no. It has nah. We saw its item game one. My bad.
Did we? Give me a second.
Yes, we did.
We did. We saw a flying gem get consumed. Oh my goodness, he really just wanted
He
the
is
brave bird to just end everything.
air
Oh
slash. We
my
live it.
goodness. Oh my
Oh
goodness. Not
wow!
only did he get a crit,
He got a
the flinch as
flinch.
well. Oh my
Things are
goodness.
not going Alex's way
This is
here. Oh my
not.
goodness.
Look, I'm rooting for Skinner for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Not like
very
this. All right. In the words of
very
Trinity,
understandable.
not like, well, no, it wasn't Trinity. Whoever said it in the Matrix, not like this. All right. Not like this.
Thwacky is just yeah, like Charles says it best, not having a good time right now. It's been
Yeah.
flinched,
He spent,
paralyzed.
yep. I was going to say he spent all of game one paralyzed. Wow. And just enough shurikens to take it down. There's the battle bond boost.
There it is.
There's the
Here we go.
tailwind.
And here's
There's the
Gassy
gleam.
Gleam.
So now this is a very precarious position to be in because Gale Wings does not do anything. So this water shuriken is free. So it has to be Terra Dragon in order to avoid getting one shot by the water shuriken. Yeah,
Well, he can protect. Like
he could.
he could swap in
Sure,
I guess he could swap in Urshifu. Nah, I don't even like that
he
because
has
of the
one
shaman.
unknown. He has one The
Yeah,
one unknown could be Clefable.
I was gonna say the one on Node probably needs to be Clefable here.
The
I think
redirection is
that might help him, but man,
yeah. The redirection is probably the best thing for him right now because I don't think. Okay, so the Urshifu comes back out.
okay.
Um,
it kind of leads me to believe that maybe it's not Clefable in the back, maybe it's a
Yeah.
Meloetta or a Glamora, which honestly, with the Tailwind, it would not be surprised. Obviously, he set up Tailwind to go on after Skinner's Tailwind goes
Yep.
off, so maybe we have something way offensive in the back. I wouldn't be Terra Dragon here.
There's the Terra.
There's the
Oh
Icy
my
Wind.
gosh.
Wow.
Is the speed drop enough?
Close combat.
We're just going
Whoa!
for it. We're just going for it. Does he die though?
Whoa!
Oh
Yes!
my gosh.
This is a
Wow.
one-on-one battle. Who's in the back? Probopass and Luxray versus Glamora.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
I do not like
Holy
this.
moly.
Yeah, Turtle, I was gonna say, I also could not count. I also thought it was gonna be a one-on-one, but
Yeah, that's why I
it's alright.
responded the way that I did when he killed the Urshifu and the Icy Wind did that much damage because this is just completely unfair fight now. Oh
Well,
my goodness. Okay. Okay.
a
Let's see.
non-turn.
Let's see.
A non-turn here. I
I mean, this Earth
ooh,
power is going to
I
hurt. This Earth power is going to
yeah,
hurt someone.
yeah, something is taking this Earth power. I think Skinner can still rip like a Terra. Oh, he could
You
rip a
see,
Terra
we're
Gra
passing
Terra Grass isn't necessarily good here because that Sludge Bomb's gonna hurt.
that sludge bomb's going to hurt a lot. So
I guess
someone's going to take a pretty meaty move here. I believe Glamora also
Oh,
learns Energy Ball
why are
as
you so
well.
steep?
So I'm
It
curious if we're going to
does.
see a prediction on the Terra Water. Yep. Yep.
Yep, great. But it doesn't
Oh my goodness. Wow.
yeah,
And that paralysis is going to
make it under
that's
slow,
good. Yeah,
probably
it's
this
gonna make it.
Luxray.
Oh, and then
Eerie,
the era impulse as well brings him into range to eat the berry. Heavy slam, and we have a
and
GG, guys.
that is a game.
Wow,
Congrats to Skinner for taking down the first marquee of the new
first
season.
marquee in two. Wow,
Very unfortunate for
wow.
Aelix there. Very
Yeah.
unfortunate. But I felt like he still played very, very, very well.
Holy moly, that was insane. I,
Incredible.
I am I am at a loss for words.
Man, it was Terra Water Probopass really just the MVP of the match, just taking hits
Yeah.
like no other, dishing out damage that I didn't know it could dish out with the power gem. Obviously,
I'm
Skinner put a
asking
lot of
them if
time into the
they.
prep. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would love
asking
to
them
get
for
those guys'
interviews.
interviews. Yeah, for sure.
Looks like we have no takers on interviews. Oh, there we go. We've got
Oh,
one. Yes,
we've
the show
got
can go
one.
on. Skinner, great win there.
Yeah,
Wow, very
congratulations.
yeah,
Well,
congratulations
thank you.
on the first marquee of the season. It was a very decisive win. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I'm glad that the Probo Pass did what he needed to do. I
Yeah.
didn't think Aelix would expect that, so that came in pretty good. I think not bringing Chi may have thrown him off quite a bit as well. So
Yeah, that was something that definitely got mentioned was whether or not you not bringing Chi and whether Alex had a specific strategy or set of moves lined up for that Pokemon and how that would affect his ability to adapt um, to the situation. I mean, take me through what you were thinking in this first game. I mean, this first game came down to the wire. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, that first game was very back and forth. Um, the taunt
yeah,
the taunt turn 1 was backbreaking and then missing the will-o-wisp afterwards. I mean, what were you thinking? Did you were you thinking that victory was still in sight? Was it just like I'm in a rough spot here?
No, I mean, I was I wasn't expecting U-turn out of the gate on the Urshifu,
Right.
so he was taunting onto my Willow, which I mean, he U-turned into what was it, Glamora, so it really wasn't that big a deal, really. Actually, I gotta watch it again. I can't remember what happened in game 1.
So he goes into Glamora. The taunt lands on the Mischievous. The Will-O-Wisp fails. The Sludge Bomb did a significant amount of damage to your Luxray, and then the Thunder Wave landed on the Glamora. So it just was a lot
Yeah.
of status moves after that. You know, did the plan just become, cripple as many Pokemon as I can to set up for your guys in the back? Or was it just power out whatever I can whenever I can?
Oh, the plan was to cripple as much as possible.
Okay.
So the paras was planned. That was what Luxray was there to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was really banking on him not earth powering Luxray with Glamora, which he didn't, which helped a lot. I think he was expecting a Terra, but I knew I needed to save that for once I saw the Glamora, the Thwackian, the Urshifu, I was pretty confident that Probopass in the back was just going to live. And then, yeah, it just kind of worked out that way. I actually forgot that he had a third Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
when it ended up being Talonflame Urshifu. I was thinking that was all he had, and that's why I willowed to get into the Urshifu slot because I was like, oh, he can't swap. But then he U-turned back into Thwacky, and I went, oh shit.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Wow. Aelix, welcome. Um, your thoughts on the game. Was there anything that you were expecting? I mean, obviously Chi-Yu, but was there anything that you were expecting outside of that, maybe that either didn't show up or caught you by surprise?
Honestly, excuse me. Chi was kind of like 50-50 for me
Okay.
because like obviously that's his round 1 pick. It's very strong,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew my team had a lot of ways to deal with it. So I was actually kind of accounting for it possibly not showing up anyway.
Okay.
Probopass was a little surprising, but I did think of it like last night, like, oh, what if he just like has Terra Water Probopass? That's why I had Energy Ball like ready to go just in case.
Yeah.
But like playing around it in such a way where I can get to the position where I'm like singling out his Probopass. It was just complicated because I'm having to deal with like the speed control from Shaman, and
Yeah.
Greninja's got like Water Shuriken, and Luxray is just paralyzing everything. Like this is all stuff I saw coming, and I just didn't like. Like the leads mattered a lot because if I lead Talonflame into something like Luxray Probopass, I'm just not really doing anything. I really wanted to bring Meloetta, but when I saw the Probopass, I'm like, okay, I can't actually do damage to that thing.
Yeah, that was we were thinking about Meloetta before the second game started and whether or not Meloetta would
Yeah, I was really
make it appear.
regretting taking Energy Ball off my Meloetta because then I could have brought that instead of Glamora, which I think probably would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Instead, I had Psyshock because I thought maybe the Misdreavus would like Calm Mind up or something.
Right.
yeah, the Meloetta in prep gave me a little bit of a problem. Moth Moth Slap specs on it with Energy Ball, and it was doing so much damage to Probopass, and I was like, oh, I really hope he doesn't bring this.
Yeah.
And then I saw it in the
That-
prep screen. I went,
That
oh,
makes me feel
shit.
really stupid because that was literally what my set was until I changed it to Life Orb and replaced Energy Ball with Protect. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought my Mons looked pretty good into your team, but like the more I scrimmed against it and went deeper into prep, I'm like, I can't really account for everything.
Well, I
The
mean,
goal worked.
go ahead. By all means, go ahead.
I don't know who's talking.
I thought you were about to talk.
Yeah,
Skinner.
we all thought you were about to.
Okay, yeah. The Talonflame was really giving me a lot of problems and a lot of mind games because you got the Gale Wings, which is annoying. And then you can Tailwind, and I can't upper hand when you Tailwind, but you get the free Tailwind. And then I don't have Fake Out, and I was like, well, hopefully that means he won't bring Cloak on something. And then the Thwacky started to become a thought in my mind because of my Terra Water, and it has Fake Out, and I was like, well, maybe I can upper hand the Thwacky and get some momentum with Shaman that way. And then
Yeah.
I was pretty sure that Urshifu was Scarf game one because you turned out, and I was like, he's probably Scarf with that, but I wasn't sure, and I was really banking on it at the end of game one that you were going to lock into Surging Strikes because you couldn't lock into a fighting move because of Mischievous.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, he's going to lock into Surging Strikes. I just got to kill the Thwacky, and then I should be all right.
Mickey, do you have any questions?
It's just interesting to hear from both standpoints. Obviously not the way we wanted it to go. Aelix, obviously, like we had flinches paralysis. Yeah, if you could do. Was there ever a thought that Clefable shows up, like maybe this Terra Dark Clefable can handle like some of the moves coming out? Maybe it can take the brunt of the Will-O-Wisp like T-Wave front. Did that ever cross your mind? I'm just asking because that's in between game 1 and 2. We kind of talked about, well, maybe Clefable here would be kind of okay just because like you can redirect all the status moves away, or at least try to. Obviously, you have to fight through a paralysis with it. But I imagine Probopass probably deterred that.
Yeah, it was pretty much just the Probopass, because if I'm using Clefable, I'm probably having to lead it, and if he leads Probopass, then it's just suddenly really threatened by like a heavy slam.
Yeah, and then you Terra Dark, and then you have to worry about like body press and stuff like that. It is like a hard situation to like put yourself in. It's kind of why like our league is kind of crazy because like you never know what you're facing until you get there. So it's a lot of thinking on the fly. Like maybe Terras look really crazy. Maybe the Terras just don't work out, you know.
Well, we won't keep you guys. That was a great first marquee to start the season. You both played very well. Um, you know, good luck to both of you in the rest of your season.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Amazing battle, guys.
GG's,
Amazing.
Good game, man.
Yeah, good games, guys.